I had this wonderful idea to start the month of love with me picking out a romance anime that I haven't seen every once a week. And yeah, I wanted to start. And Love is about Tanaka and Murai. They're both a student and a teacher. Murai is in love with Tanaka, and he tries to pursue her, tries to get her to notice him. And yeah, Tanaka flat out rejects him because she's not trying to catch a case, of course. But eventually he comes in the next day after she tells him that she doesn't like long black hair. And drumroll, yeah, he ends up looking just like her favorite character in the Otome game. And yeah, he ends up looking like him, Hitotose, from the Otome game, and she just can't help seeing the similarities. And that is one little hook he has on her to actually get her his attention. It's a romantic comedy by JC Staff that is just animated the same way as The Way of the House Husband. But I feel like it's very different from The Way of the House Husband, mostly because of how exaggerated it gets. Even with how it's animated, it's really well done. I feel like it gives it a big charm, and it gets very creative with the way each episode is. I feel like sometimes the comedy hits so well for me, especially with the VAs are so expressive with the animation, even with not it being very animated. It really goes well together because of how the actors they go all in with the voice acting, and sometimes they'll like gimmick like, oh, you're far away, or when the animation's going like very bouncy and statically, like the voice actors fit it so well. I think that like that kind of humor really got to me because it's visually you can see it being funny, and then also just hearing it it's just a great combo. Like I feel like the way they chose to go about this was so genius because it just made me laugh the whole episodes. Every episode I was dying laughing. I loved just binging it. It was such a good binge. And I love the characters, like his best friends, Hirai and Kiri. They were such wingmen to the end. Like seeing their boy happy, they were just they just wanted to support him. And then the twins, another childhood friend of his with another childhood friend who she had a crush on him all this time, and she was called a gorilla because of how strong she became, but also tried to be more feminine for him. But he's already so invested and in love with Tanaka that he just wouldn't fold. So that it became it created a cute little side couple with her and his other best friend. Another character, another sensei that ends up falling in love with Tanaka, which that was really spicy. Even Tanaka falls. So realistically, you would think like, oh, she should definitely go for him. But like at the end of the day, Murai had just Murai won her over for many different reasons that really was so heartwarming, and really cute. Just a really cute, just dynamic and romance. Even though the sensei, I love him. The sensei was awesome. So in a different series he would have won, but sadly in this series he just didn't. So all of the characters really meshed really well. I feel like probably in the manga there was more character development with them, but I still loved it for just the anime having 12 episodes that we got plenty of like how their characters are. We could have had more, but you could definitely just read the manga afterwards. I know it's 7 volumes, and I'm guessing complete the whole series, so I'm excited to read it to figure out the little bits and pieces they probably didn't add in. But overall, like, this series did really well to like this is a really great just a 12 episode series, since it is complete. And I really love how when it got to the elements of like the realism, like it kind of like shocks you. You're like, whoa, well, I thought this was just all fun and games, but no, it really went real, and it teared me up really by the end. I was like, wow, I didn't think we were going to get into these themes, and it really did hit hard, because I feel like anyone would relate to this, how Tanaka feels, and then how Murai feels of just trying to live up to someone's taste, or expectations, and no, you just gotta be you. And that was such like a cute, heartwarming message at the end. I appreciated that. Like, I didn't expect it to be like expressed in this series, but they really did well on like bringing that to the end and making that a focus. Like at the last few episodes, we were like figuring out why Murai has been so adamant in love with Tanaka, and you see it come full circle with with a really nice plot that I really love, and I don't even want to spoil because it's very sweet. And I think we all have these moments of feeling loneliness and having someone there by our side, and at the end of the day, we really appreciate that person to the point like you can either, you know, love them for life as a friend or love them for life as a partner, you know. So that was really sweet, and I really love how even though at the end, like, we ended at a point where I feel like I wanted more, they really nailed just the message of the series and just how funny and cute it is. Really, like, it's just a fun time. It really is, and I really do appreciate the staff and how they went about it, because I feel like they created this series with so much heart and love, even with like that people probably didn't appreciate the art. I think they nailed it with how exaggerated they made it, but also just when it got real, and you can feel it, and I really do appreciate that. Like, overall, this series is so sweet and really a nice surprise. Like, I didn't expect it to love it as much as I did, but I really did. It was a good time. I know I'm actually happy I didn't get to watch this sooner, because at the time I was, I think, either burnt out or busy with other anime that I was like, oh, I don't have time for this one. But I'm happy I didn't, actually, because now I got to see it when I'm not as busy. So this was a fun little binge, and I do really hope that many others can check it out, because it's really great, and I would recommend it for good laughs and also just a cute romance in every form. And yeah, it was a really good time. I really appreciate just the story. Like, this story was really well, with a beautiful message to just be you. Don't change, just be you.